There's this article by Paul Graham who says you should split your time of day into maker time and manager time, where you're 100% focused on creating stuff and then 100% focused on managing stuff. And that's helped me a lot.
If you had to choose just one channel or tactic to drive success or growth, aside from SEO, then what would it be? Not SEO. You can't say SEO.
Well, I would say probably Google Ads then.
Okay, cool. Okay. Because you love search still, right? Is that right?
Yeah, but I mean, if not, it would be Facebook. It would be whatever scalable,
Scalable. Got it.
pay-per-click strategy.
Cool. So what book has had the biggest impact on your success?
Probably the 4-Hour Workweek, because even though I don't use it on a day-to-day or any sort of practical level now, it was the first book that introduced me to entrepreneurship.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Because I read that book. I was like, oh my God, I get it. I can work for 4 hours per week now and that's it. And it's and I've been working 100 hours a week ever since. So
yeah,
that's
what I meant. That's exactly what I meant when I said I didn't use it practically.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So what's your number one piece of advice to hire awesome people?
Work with them first. As the Seth Godin quote, I need to work with you before I can work with you. So there's, awesome people are relative. Someone who's awesome for you might not be awesome for me and vice versa. So I recommend going with a tiny trial project. Even if they're full-time, you can hire them for 20 hours a week temporarily and just see how it goes when actually working with them. Because I've found tons of people that I thought were great, and then when I actually worked with them, they weren't. And I had people that I was kind of so-so with. When we actually got into a project and actually, had problems that came up, they were great at solving it. And the only way to find out is to work with them first. Okay.
That's a fantastic one. I like that one. Cool. How do you relax after a crazy day at the office or at the home office or at the SEO ranking factory?
Yeah, no, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of stress at the old Backlinko headquarters. I actually play tennis a lot. So that helps because I usually schedule the sessions towards the end of the day, and you just get outside, you're with someone, you're not in your home office like I am most of the day, and you're hitting a ball, and you can't even simultaneously play and think of problems. So it's pretty therapeutic in that way.
Yeah, I had a game this evening actually. I got smashed so hardcore, but it was good because he's so much better than me, and that's how you get better. But
no, that's how you get better, man.
I didn't check my phone once because I was just like, come on, it's basically what's it called? The winner psychology. Come on, man, you can do it. Nah, there's a skill level required too. There's a skill. Yeah. Well, because I hate losing.
Oh, okay. So you're competitive then?
I'm competitive without the skill to deserve to win. I'm okay.
It's a tough combination.
This guy was way better. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't say that it was like a rational thing.
Yeah.
What's your best piece of advice in terms of productivity or time management?
I would say having maker time and manager time. There's this article by Paul Graham who says you should split your time of day into maker time and manager time, where you're 100% focused on creating stuff and then 100% focused on managing stuff. And that's helped me a lot because I used to get up and check email first thing or check social media. And then I'd be like, okay, now I need to write something. And my brain was just fried. It was way past the point of no return. So now when I get up, I have maker time and I write uninterrupted for hours. I mean, besides breaks, but I don't check stuff. So I would say that's the number one thing, is having that set time for maker time and manager time.
Well, and that would take you some time to get into the habit of that, because how hard is it to check your phone in the morning? Far out.
It's hard, man. The number one thing I've struggled with this, and what helps me whenever I get off the wagon, is 5 minutes. Being like, I'm just gonna not check my phone. I'm gonna write for 5 minutes, because there's really no matter what happens in the internet world, it can wait 5 minutes. 5 minutes isn't gonna make a difference. So, and then what happens is, after 5 minutes, you're like, that was great. Why don't I do this more often? Let me do 10 minutes. You're not going to even want to check your phone after 5 minutes. So that's how I usually get into it, as opposed to be like, yeah, you need to schedule 4 hours for writing on day one. That's pretty overwhelming.
For sure. Second last question. So what's the best piece of business advice that you've ever received?
Double down on what works. That's from my friend Noah Kagan, that it's really tempting, and I'm tempted of this a lot too, is when something's working, you have a business that's doing well, is to be like, now this is working, let's try something totally different. SEO is working, let's go on Twitter. Google ads are working, let's do blogging. And a lot of times your best bet is just to double down on what works. And if you look at companies that have grown really quickly, like Uber and Airbnb and the unicorns, it's usually down to like a couple things they did over and over again, and they scaled that up, as opposed to like doing a million things. So I would put that as number one.
Yeah, great. And I think that's a really good one, because it's easy to get bored as an entrepreneur. It's easy to get bored when things are working. It's easy to just want more without having the expertise to get more. It's like my tennis game. Like I want to win, but I ain't got the skill to beat that guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool. And what do you do for fun? Apart from tennis? Yes, that's how you relax. But apart from that,
I'm a big reader and cooker. So for me, fun is cooking for the wife and reading a book while it's on the stove, to be honest.
nice.
That's a nice way to wind down on nights that I'm not playing tennis.
Oh, that's awesome. That's it, Brian. Mate, it's done. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. This has been a super enjoyable conversation. I got to ask all of the geekiest questions around SEO that I could possibly ask, and thank you for sharing across the board on the topics that we discussed, because I know that we went into like a lot of different areas, and I appreciate actually how open that you've been. So thank you so much.